creatives, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. Hatchette, Partwork's build the iconic Doctor Who monster, the Time War Dalek. In this video, we'll be completing stage 4 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. With every stage of the build comes with component parts and a magazine. These, they're all in brown bags, but these are the component parts for stage 4. There's another iconic shot of the Time War Dalek on the front cover. Time Vortex models, the grey ones, and there's the 11th Doctor, and we've got the coloured Daleks as well that were in the 11th Doctor's era. Although they didn't really get used, they regenerated into these Asylum of the Daleks. I'll be watching some Doctor Who today. This has really got me into watching it. There's Matt Smith and Clara Chamber. And then we've got Dalek Eye Stalk. So I wonder if we're going to be working on the eye stalk in here. We've built this part, this section here. So these are the components and the list of components that come in stage 4 and the step-by-step instructions. Quite a few instructions, and this is how we will our Dalek will look at this stage. And a look ahead at stage 5, big plate here. So yeah, if you watched my channel before, you know, before I start, I like to make sure that what it says we have here, that we have in here. So I'm going to put some paper towel down because of this metal bit that I want to protect. So let's have a look inside and see what we get. We've got quite a few component parts in there. Yeah, like I said, Partwork is being environmentally friendly. So they're sending in brown paper bags, which I think's great. Just going to get my knife just to open up some of these. So it's not screws because it would be labelled as screws. Let's have a look in here. They are screws. They're longer screws, but they're not labelled as screws. They are 4H, which are 3 hexagonal headed screws. So we do have screws. We've got AP screws, another bag of AM screws, and we have, that's not screws. I'll get these bags out. Another bag of BP screws. So there, that box is empty now. And we've got this big metal plate here. Because I did watch World of Wayne's build of this at this stage, because he's slightly ahead of me. So we have this piece, which is the cowling for the eye arm. We have 2 pieces here. So we've got this frame for the energy dispenser, and we have the diffuser for the left energy dispenser. We have, I need to open all the bags before I go through. Let's see what's in here. I've got a light bulb. And we've got a bulb cover. And then in this little package we've got a nameplate for the Dalek, which does fit on this big plate here. Okay, so we have the bulb for the energy dispenser. We have energy dispenser light and cable. We have fixing plate for eye arm. We've got this cog piece here, which is a cog mechanism for eye arm. We've got those hexagonal screws. I think we did, yeah, we got a hexagonal fitter in stage 1 or stage 2. There it is. Make sure we don't lose that. We have K, which is a data plate, which is here. We've got this piece here, which is L, which is eye arm fixing plate. And then we've got, we've got J, which is this, which is the Allen key for the hexagonal headed screws. And then we've got AP screws, BP screws, AM screws. So we've got everything that it says we're supposed to have at this stage of the build. So we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our screws, we've got our components, we've got our magazine. Let's begin. First thing we've got to do is we've got this metal piece here, which is done in that kind of brushed kind of spray that the real Daleks had on them. So we've got to take this data plate here, and it only goes in one way because there are 2 holes that are near the top, and that just pushes into place like that, and you can see that the pins go through to the other side. So So that's the first thing that we do. I have to hold it in the right direction because of that glare from my light. So that's the first thing that we need to do. Brought the dome back for this stage, so we've got to make sure that the cowl fits in place at the front here, in between these two plates that we previously put in. So I'm just going to hold it at an angle because it pushes upwards. Just make sure it goes into place. Let's try that again. I don't think we got the two holes at the top. Yeah, I think we're in place now. Yeah, this is some weight now, as you can see there. It meets these two plates here. Yeah, I think I've got it on properly. Oh yeah, just needs to click it into place. There we go. So it's it's very closely fit on both sides there. Some weight on this now. So that's our cowl plate for the eye stalk. It does kind of tip forward now. So I've turned the dome over because we've got to put 4 AM screws in place to hold that plate together. So we're going to put a whole screw there, there, there and there. So I'm going to put one in this diagonal corner. This screw appears to have lost its animal magnetism. A screwdriver. Just going to loosely put it in and then I'll tighten them afterwards. So I'm going to do this bottom corner. I'll do the top right. Start to get it in. And then the bottom left. Which doesn't want to go in. no, it doesn't want to go in. Looks like the hole's slightly too small. Going to work on the energy dispensers now. So we've got the frame and then we've got the diffuser there. So it goes in one way. There's a couple of holes that need to match up. So you've got a screw hole there, 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 and there, and then we've got location lugs here on either side. So that's it there, lined up. And it's got to be pushed firmly into place. Spin it around, see if it goes that way. Yeah, it says it's got to be pushed firmly into place. Yeah, there's only one way it goes actually. Let me see. Yeah, it goes this way. There we go. Because there's a small location lug and a thicker one, and it only goes in way, and then you push it through like that. This is very recognisable on a Dalek. I got it in, so I'm just going to tighten up the screws now with this screwdriver. It's going through plastic into metal. Let's get this one in. Swap screwdrivers over. Turn it over, and that's our eye stalk cowl in place beside the two other metal panels that we got in. So I'm just going to sit it down there. We've got to fit this bulb over this light here, like that. And then we're going to put this bulb inside here. We're going to match up the screw holes. Turn it around. if it goes that way or if it goes that way. So I've got 2 location logs there, so I'm just checking. Yeah, I think it goes in that way. Got it into position with using the small peg and the large peg, and that, see the light bulbs inside? We've got to use a couple of AP screws to hold that in place. My cable keeps moving the screwdriver. Oh, sorry, the screw off the screwdriver. Let me just sweep that away. I'm going to take that out. I think I put it in the wrong hole. Hang on. I did. I put it in the wrong holes because it wasn't holding the black plate in place. What I should have been doing is putting it in here. And take this one out. I'm putting it in this hole here. And that holds that in place. I've got 2 location lugs and 2 screws in place. just going to test the power, and it goes into this socket on the circuit board. Like that. So I'm going to test it to make sure it works. I'll just turn my light off a second. See it flashing, see what I do when I press the button. It works. I'm going to turn that off now. Put my light back on. Brought the dome back, and we've got to pass this energy dispenser cable through that hole there, and then we've got to match them with the location lugs that are on either side, like that. And then we've got to, let's see, that way, like that. And then we've got to put the two of those long screws that we got, hexagonal screws, with our little Allen key, and we've got to put a screw in there and screw in there. I've passed the hexagonal screws through so that they act as more location lugs, so that I can line it up better. I just put them in a bit further. Like that. Just so they're going further, so that they act as location lugs, so I can fit it in the hole. So it's got something to grip onto, like that. And I'm going to start moving it back so that the plate sits flush, the light sits flush, and then I'm going to start screwing it in with the Allen key. If it's going into the hole. Just going to try that again. Alright, we're in the hole now. Seems to be going in like that. So I just want to make sure we've matched up the second hole. Quite fiddly, but I'm getting it in place now with the Allen key. Just tightening it up there. Just going to give the other side a tighten. There we go, that's on there. The cable's passed through, as you can see, on the other side. So we've got the first ear, if that's what we're calling it, in place. We've tested it, it works fine. Next thing we've got to do, we've got to bring back the eye assembly here from stage 2, and we're going to pass the cable through to the inside like that, and then we're going to turn the whole thing over, but we've got to be conscious of this light now. So I'm going to put some to protect the metal parts as well as the light, so we've got to pass it through like that. Get the eye arm fixing plate, which is this. It's got 2 screw holes in it, and it goes this way around, and we've got to feed it. The cable through like that, and pass it all the way down onto the arm itself, and it fits on here like that. And it sits on these screws, but might just need to get it in further. Like that. Because we've got to pass the arm through as well, like that. So that all sits together like that. There, it'll sit on those 2. Pass it through the arm as well, there, like that. We've got to bring the cog mechanism, and notice there's a gap there, and that's where this piece fits into. And pass it under the arm, and it should fit inside. It's a little tight, but it should fit in there and over the screw holes like that. There, like that. Those 2 pieces will fit together with 2 AP screws. There's one. And the second one goes in there. I can barely see that. push that up there. And make sure those two are held together. There, that's it, it's fitted in where it should go. Just tighten that screw up. Okay, there we go. To fit the fixing plate, which is 4F, onto here, we've got to make sure that this cable runs through the hole in the side, and this sits on like that. And it's held into place with 4 BP screws. A lot to do at this stage. Tighten them up now. There we go. That whole cog mechanism all encased. We've got to fit this arm cog into the 2 recesses on either side, so I'm just going to lift it up and drop it there into place. As you can see, it sits in there comfortably. Finally, just to keep the cable in place so it doesn't become weak or get caught on anything, we've just got to tape it down to the inside like that with a couple of pieces of tape. I'm using masking tape. I'm just going to stop it from being stretched or pulled or put in a position where it doesn't need to go. But yeah, so this is where we are now. there. This is where we are. I can't turn it. I don't know if I can turn it up without this dropping out. Without this part falling out of here, which it would. So I'm going to keep it on the upside down position. Like that. There. This is where we are now. We've got this. We've got the eye stalk through the dome. We've got the light in place. And that completes stage 4 of the build.